Good morning.
Watch me.
Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now.
Wow, watch me. That's how the lady said, and so confident because of the tech that's there, right? It's inclusiveness, it's opportunities, it's potential, which is really so much accelerated now that everyone is dreaming of what was possible, accelerate that. What wasn't possible, I will probably do that. So lower the floor and raise the ceiling. That's what AI is about, doing it across the sectors, and Amit and Rahul both spoke in detail about it. And this is one of the, I follow Bill Gates' notes, and this is one of the lines that I was really, really influenced by. And AI, the impact of AI is actually changing the fundamentals of everything. The impact is as or more profound than the invention of the microprocessor or coming of the PCs or the internet or the mobile phones. How they transformed everything, that's what AI is actually transforming. I'm sure all of us have experienced, and going forward as well, it's going to change a lot how we work today, how we live today, how we talk to each other, how we interact with our customers, consumers, and everyone, how we produce things, how we build things, how we market things, how we sell things, how we buy things, how we consume those, how we service those. All of that is completely changing because of AI being embedded in everything that we are doing. And it's changed my life as well. I lead the Azure business for Microsoft India and South Asia. Since the launch of generative AI, my life has actually changed a lot, not just personally, but professionally working, and also selling, also evangelizing AI. And last few quarters, November 22, when generative AI was launched. Since then, it's been a really, really transformational journey. And if I talk about some of the things that we have seen, so this is the era of intelligence. And we spoke about earlier in the sessions, and the question that you had about how to stand out, it's actually the left brain and the right brain working together with the help of AI. It's about logical thinking. It's about analysis, which is coming from the data that you have. It's the language processing. It's the creativity. It's the intuition and holistic thinking. Have you thought why AI has suddenly become so important? It's not a new field. It started in 50s and 60s. Right? 25 years ago, when I passed out of engineering college, my final year project was in neural networks. Right? It's not new. So what has changed? Close. It's because it's all about the conversations. Right? Today, we do not search, we actually converse. It's the everything is about a conversation. I have stopped searching. I don't search. I have a conversation with the co-pilot. If I have to book any ticket, I have a conversation with, let's say, Make My Trip or Indigo or Air India co-pilot. If I have to buy something from Myntra, I have a conversation with Myntra GPT. If I have to order some food from Zomato, I use the Zia co-pilot. And there are so many more examples that I will keep sharing as we go along, but it is all about conversations. And these conversations are not just textual conversations. It is about audio, it is about video, it is about having conversations everywhere. And hence, AI is actually helping you drive that brand and consumer experiences because your consumers want the conversation. They want to tell you, they want to talk to you, and your co-pilots or your bots or whoever is there, whatever medium you're talking to them. So it's actually a vitamin which is very, very important to the health of the entire ecosystem, so I call it vitamin AI. Let's look at one of the example of the conversation, okay? This is as simple as you create so many video content because you want your consumers to engage with that video content. This is a video that I downloaded from YouTube, publicly available information. Maruti, any one of us who wants to buy a vehicle today, we go and look at all of those autocar and all of those videos to know all the details about it as the vehicle gets launched, etc. But I do go back and forward to look at that. How can I actually have that conversation? So let's just look at that. So that's my co-pilot, right on the right-hand side. I'm going to have a conversation. I am just saying, can you summarize this video for me? It's a long video. I saw it once, but I needed all the summary. So right up there, it is actually summarizing for you, and along with the timestamps that you see. So you can actually click and go to that section of the video, right? I just said that, what does France mean? Is there a mention of this in the video? Because the France is the name that the brand is advertising, right? So
France means the next frontier of SUVs.
So I didn't have to search. I just have to have that conversation, click there, and it takes me to that this thing. I want to know about
petrols have lower efficiency
about
in
the
the real
engine
world.
and everything.
And that's because
So I just
of a
asked
very
that
peculiar
question,
thing called
and I can get those. So that's how your consumers are going to have a conversation with the video content. You do not need to watch that long video and look at it. It could be, as Rahul said, that you need to embed it in your videos. It is not just about the marketing campaigns. You might be an ed tech, for an example. If a student is reading or studying, right, and that video he or she has to consume, look at it, how effective the learning would be, right? That's one example. There could be any such more examples in your own industry that you can think of. Let's look at some of the priorities, and they've already been covered. You are all the experts. I'm not an expert, but what everybody's priority? Growth acceleration. That's on top for every leader, whichever field that you are in. Your customer profile being unified. We have so many silos, different channels, different data coming from different campaigns and everything. I need to have a unified profile of the customer. How can I real-time personalize? And as Rahul said, it is not just saying the name, but really personalizing to what I need, what I relate to, what is it that I am looking for, and converging those touch points and getting that data to create campaigns so that I stand out of the clutter, right? How do I connect marketing and sales? That's one of the biggest problem I have. When we work, there are marketing campaigns that are being run as sales. I always ask, hey, where is this coming from? Is it really effective, et cetera, et cetera. Marketing complains, hey, you guys are not following on the leads, and you guys are not following on the conversation. So all of those remain the conversations across industries. So connected sales in marketing and omni-channel customer service. Some of the things, nothing is new. And for CMOs, AI is a co-pilot which is actually getting embraced. This is a study done by BCG where 70% of the CMOs are already using generative AI. They're already seeing the impacts of the efficiency gain that they're getting. They're already seeing the impact of the productivity gain that they're seeing. The impact on the consumers and the responses that they're getting. So it's not that this is new or marketing is not embracing it. But yes, there is a lot of questions that are there on what is the ROI? How can I prove that ROI? There are a lot of questions that I hear when I go to the customers is, hey, technology is changing so fast. You guys came up with GPT 3.5 to GPT 4 to GPT 4 Turbo to GPT Vision, now GPT Omni. Similarly, other vendors also have, there are so many other models that are there. What do I do? Should I invest or should I wait? I think waiting is not an option. You wait, you lose your competitive edge. And like any technology, any product, when it is launched, it is, of course, expensive, but as you go along, innovations happen, it gets adopted, the price always comes down. So instead of thinking that how expensive is it, you should actually look at, and it is not expensive, we'll cover some of those as well, but those thoughts shouldn't come in. And you need to really take that first step to leverage the use cases that you might be struggling with and do those MVPs quickly. So you can use the co-pilots for building your briefs, managing different teams, analytics, updates, ROI, all of it. So let's just see one quick video here for productivity. Productivity for the marketers. You know, writing a brief for a campaign, creating a presentation from a Word document, from a PDF, from anything, just like that, with the right images, with the speaker notes. You get the speaker notes automatically. And it is as simple as it looked in the video, because you just have to give the document and say, create a 10-slide presentation, 20-slide presentation. And it just creates it for you. And none of those images are copied from anywhere. They are created by generative AI. And those images are not going to be same for anyone else, because the concept of generative AI is the probabilistic distribution of data, which means no two responses will be alike. So those are the relevant images for you, and that's how you improve the productivity. You improve the productivity by just looking at the meetings, umpteen meetings that you have to go to. You can be much more effective. Honestly, I have stopped taking any notes in any meetings. There are so many conflicting meetings that are there. I am today not worried about if I have to attend one and I have to miss others. Why? Because there will be a co-pilot summary. Not just summary, I can have a conversation with that. I can have a conversation, why was this decision taken? What was the counterpoint of view in that meeting? So I am not missing out on anything if I haven't attended that meeting. Doesn't mean that, of course, we'll stop attending any meetings. But yes, the day is not far. You'll see about a lot of agent-to-agent AI conversations. And I am sure very near future, I can send my agent or my avatar to the meeting telling, hey, this is the decision that you need to get driven. This is how I want you to position, and this is how I want you to present, and AI can do that job for me. So it's productivity for me because I can be away from the drudgeries of the work and spend my time in more thinking, more complex tasks. I have this debate with my son every day. Today morning I had a debate with him. Hey, so many things are going to be replaced. I said, no. It's just the nature of things will change. The way of doing things will change. Things will still remain the same, right? Just coming to some of the things that we've heard already, but these are some of the images that I created using DALI model. It takes 30 seconds, just give the prompt that you need to give. Modern young Indian girl in front of bank branch, that's the image that you get. And by the way, you have all the rights over these images which are being created by generative AI. You have the rights to it, you have the rights to reprint it, you have the rights to sell it, you have all of that. So that's the rights that OpenAI gives you. And we also give, as Microsoft, we give a copyright commitment, which is a contractual commitment that we give to our customers. If you use the copilots, such as these which are created by us, we stand behind you if there is any legal case or anything that happens, because we know that we protect it there. So this is just some of the very, very quick 30-second image. No giving a brief to the agency, agency searching, buying it, the images, you shortlisting from those images. You can just create what your vivid imagination is. You can create that image accordingly. Let's look at, we saw the Suno demo already. This is something that I was creating for BSNL. I was talking to, they're not yet, they haven't adopted it, but I was talking to them and I showed them this jingle. And the prompt that I gave them was that it's a technology-oriented, integrated telecom service providing company. Create a calm jingle for BSNL's marketing campaign. And this is what it came out with.
BSNL taking you there. In this connected world, we'll break the mold. Technology oriented, our story unfolds. Fiber optic lines, blazing at the speed. Streaming data, fulfilling your need. From voice to video, we've got it all. BSNL will never let you fall.
So look at it that it's actually brought in the elements of the brand as well in it. And you can change the prompts. One of the big field that's emerging is prompt engineering. Better you are at creating those prompts, better will be the output, more precise will be the output basis your interests. Let's look at now creating the videos. I'm sure that you've heard about Sora. Some of you might have also seen Sora. So just two videos that I'm going to show the power of the technology and power of this model that's coming along, right? So this is a simple prompt of women wearing purple overalls, cowboy boots, taking a pleasant stroll in Mumbai during a winter storm. So that's the video that it created. See, it knew that there are no winter storms in Mumbai. So it's a rainy kind of thing that is there, right? Let's look at another video, which is much more descriptive prompt that is there. And a very, very precise camera behind a white vintage SUV, black roof, steep dirt road, pine trees on a mountain, dust kicks up from its tires, sunshine on the SUV, curves gently into the distance, trees are redwoods, patches of greenery, right? Now, I just set the keywords for you to grab it, and let's look at the video that it created. SUV, black roof, dirt coming from the tires, curved road, mountains, pine trees, greenery. It has everything, right? So it's going to make our lives as marketers, your lives as marketers, much, much more simpler, agile. It's more about agility because you need to react to things at times very quickly. And I don't want to go and brief my agencies and make it like a project which is a pretty long one. Yes, you need to do that as well, but some of these could be done very quickly, right? Moving on from here, this is the latest one. Rahul spoke about 4O. Multimodality is real. Multimodality was there with 4V as well, which is 4Vision, which means in the same model, you have image, audio, video, text, multilingual, everything right there. With 4O, what has changed? It has become much more efficient because technically, the difference is that with V, what we were doing is we were converting the audio. It was a 3-step process, converting the audio to text, fetching whatever had to be done, the response created, and then converting it into text, and then presenting it. All of that is now one step, and hence a lot of response time has improved. Number of tokens that need to be given is much lesser, and hence, of course, it is much cheaper as compared to other models that existed. So this is a reality, and this is just a starting that is there. Let's look at one of the 4O videos if somebody hasn't seen it.
Learning Spanish, and we're wondering if you could tell us the names of these objects in Spanish.
Hola, por supuesto.
Cool. What are these objects in Spanish?
The objects you're showing are una manzana and un plátano in Spanish. Nice fruit choice.
Cool. What about these?
Those are dos polígrafos or dos plumas in Spanish. One is red.
Nice. What about this?
That adorable stuffed animal is un oso de peluche in Spanish. Looks like it's ready for some hugs.
Audio, visual, multilingual, no latency. I was just having the conversation with AI. How powerful is that? Last thing, which is the boring thing, as Amit also said, is about insights. And that is what all of us always need. Less is, more is less, and we need more and more of it. Because we need to go to that granular thing and need to identify that one customer. I'll take 3-4 minutes more. So you need to have that data that needs to be consolidated, brought in, but with very simplicity, because we don't want to make it a science project which runs with our IT teams for months and months and quarters. You actually need a very simple thing. Can I just use, if I have images saved in one folder, I have some text which is saved in some other cloud storage, I have something else saved somewhere else. How can I not need to go to the IT team and ask them to create a data lake and bring all of this together so we can use? And that's what we've brought in as Fabric. It's not a sales pitch, but believe me, it is making life so simpler because you don't have to move data from one place to another. You don't have to worry about massaging that data and all of it. You can just create those shortcuts and use that data. It eases the cost because there is no egress, ingress costs, etc. It just is the power in the hands of the marketers who can actually use it. I am going to skip this video given that I am out of time, but I'll leave this. If you can circulate it with everyone, that'll be helpful. It has a very, very powerful dashboarding, and how can you have a conversation with the dashboard? Not just how to change the type and the formatting of the dashboard, but business conversation. What if analysis? What if I changed this campaign source, or what if I change this territory? How will my things or impact look different? So all of that as a co-pilot conversation with this. I'm going to skip it. So summarizing, it's natural language conversation. It's the reasoning engine, which is the right brain and the left brain coming together, and giving the context of your data, which is your single version of truth. India is innovating. all of these customers and many, many more customers are already on Azure OpenAI, and they have created. And I'll very, very quickly give you some examples to you. This is Zomato. You can, if you're a gold member, you can go and use it. How Zomato is actually recommending, because you search, you want to eat something and you keep searching and searching. You just converse with Zia now and say, hey, it is good weather, I want to eat this, where do I eat from? And it gives you that recommendation. They're improving the CSAT. You have a failed order, you have a wrong order. Within 1 minute, and this is a real conversation, within 1 minute, the issue solved, money refunded to the customer. Look at the CSAT that you will have. These were videos, but I'm going to skip those given the time. This is Physics Wala. They are actually integrating. This one I want to play actually for you. Okay. So this is an image that is there, which actually was taken from a piece of paper. Sorry, I can't, yeah. And I just said that I want to know how the solution was, how did the solution come? This is the image which is handwritten from the paper, just taking that and uploading it. This will actually teach the student what is the solution of it and how did whoever solved it come along with it, right? That's the power. So it is not just the creativity, it is the sciences, it is the biology, physics, chemistry, everywhere that it is actually making that impact, right? So this is the solution step by step that has come out. Moving on, Blinkit creating recipes and wowing their customers, improving the GMV because of the recipes that are added, hyper-personalization being used by the government. The finance minister actually used it in the house, the Copilot that was built. You can use it in different languages. So in a net, if I have to summarize, it is about the impact of AI is going to really change everything that we do in every function, every industry, every sector, every country, every age group, every demographic, everywhere. And it is on us, as Amit said, it is the responsibility that we have to not just use it responsibly, but also make it inclusive so that you can empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. I will leave you with a video which will bring this line to reality.
मैं एक किसान हूँ, अपने ही गांव में हमारी ज़मीन है 2 एकड़, उसमें ही हम खेती उगाते हैं। रबी की और खरीफ की दोनों फसलें उगाते हैं, जिसमें गेहूँ है, जवार है, बाजरा है, तिल्ली है, सरसों है। बट यहाँ मेवात में कंदर बहुत से गांवों में न्यूज़पेपर नहीं पहुँच पाते हैं। ये सरकारी स्कीमें पहुँचती हैं, लेकिन ग्रामीण इलाकों में लोग योजनाओं की स्कीम पहुँच भी नहीं पाती है।
These are all communities living in media dark areas, which means that penetration of traditional media like television and radio is very sparse. There's also literacy challenges, so things like newspapers have a very low access in these areas.
In India, we have 22 constitutionally recognized languages, but apart from that, we have more than 100, almost 120 languages. Being able to provide justice to each and every citizen in their own language, it's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity.
Jugalbandi is a chatbot that we built to solve 2 problems. One is this linguistic divide and the technological divide. We collected millions of parallel sentences for machine translation. We collected thousands of hours of data for speech recognition. And then we built state-of-the-art models on top of it using Bhashini speech recognition models and Azure's OpenAI. So these capabilities allows us to understand language, transcribe it, translate it, and also synthesize it back in the form of speech.
चाचा यू जुगलबंदी है, यहाँ पे हम लिख के भी और बोल के भी कुछ भी जो हमें स्कीम चाहिए, सरकारी योजना है, वो उनके बारे में जानकारी ले सका।
मैं एक किसान हूँ, मुझे सरकारी योजना कैसे प्राप्त हुई।
मेरा नाम जुगलबंदी है। मैं एक असिस्टेंट हूँ जो आपकी सरकारी योजना के बारे में जानने में और उसके लिए एनरोल करने में आपकी मदद करूँगी।
तो वहाँ से हमें लिखित में भी और ऑडियो में भी दोनों तरीके से जवाब आया, और किस किस डॉक्यूमेंट्स की ज़रूरत पड़ती है और किस किस फॉर्म की ज़रूरत पड़ती है।
The Ministry of Electronics and IT in the country has been working on this for the last 5 years now. And when ChatGPT was launched, that was really the catalyst for us being able to bring these pieces together. We've been able to categorize the diversity of India as an innovation opportunity. And if you're able to do that successfully, you're able to do it for the world.
So I'm leaving you with the thought for you to create your own campaigns to make it inclusive and use the tech multimodal, multilingual, and make it accessible for everyone. Thank you so much.